Hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss about covalent bond. When it comes to covalent bond, it's a bond consisted of two nonmetals. And we have two main types of covalent bond: polar and non-polar covalent bond. When it comes to polar covalent bond, it is bond reached by two different nonmetals. A non-polar covalent bond is a bond consisted of two of the same nonmetals. I'm going to show you some of the examples of non-polar covalent bond first. So these dots presents the electrons, and we have three examples of non-polar covalent bond. First of all, I have to say that covalent bond is a molecular type of bond. So we have molecules here: chlorine molecule, oxygen molecule, and nitrogen molecule. When it comes to bonding in chlorine molecule, we have two chlorine atoms. Each of those atoms has 7 electrons in its outer shell, and to reach the stability that has his closest noble gas, each of those chlorine atoms needs 1 electron, and that is why it finds a partner in another chlorine atom and form single bond. When it comes to oxygen molecule, we have two oxygen atoms. Each of those atoms contains 6 electrons in its outer shell, and therefore the bond in oxygen molecule is a double bond, because each of those atoms needs 2 electrons to form stability reached by gaining 8 electrons in its outer shell. A nitrogen molecule, the third example, we have 5 nitrogen electrons in its outer shell, and that is the reason why nitrogen forms triple bond in its molecule, because it needs three more electrons to complete its outer shell. So when it comes to covalent bond, and here particularly the examples of non-polar covalent bond, it's really all about the sharing of the electrons. And the reason why this bond is called non-polar covalent bond is because we have the same nonmetals formed this type of bond, which means that their electronegativity is the same. And to understand better the principle of covalent bond, you have to understand the principle of electronegativity, which is the ability to attract electrons once the bond is formed. Because we have the same elements here, none of these elements is more electronegative, so this bond is called non-polar covalent bond. Also, we have here two examples of polar covalent bond shown in water molecule and hydrogen chloride molecule. So we have two different atoms of nonmetals here forming those molecules. When it comes to water, we have oxygen, which is far more electronegative than hydrogen atoms, and the sharing electrons which oxygen forms with hydrogen is attracted to oxygen atom, which is the reason why is oxygen here partially negatively charged and hydrogen is partially positively charged. So this is typically polar covalent bond. Also here in hydrogen chloride we have chlorine atom here, which is more electronegative than hydrogen atom, and for that reason chlorine atom attracted more these sharing electrons towards itself, and That is why chlorine atom here is partially negatively charged and hydrogen is partially positively charged. But the principle is the same as the non-polar covalent bond. When it comes to sharing electrons, each of these atoms needs to complete its outer shell and reach stability obtained by gaining 8 electrons in its outer shell. So if this video has helped you to understand better covalent bond, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.